Greetings from Sridham Mayapur, go druma Bhavan.
早就是的 Mayapur 了。
Whoops, what was that?
你好。
Hare Krishna. So here we are back again. The weeks are flying by. Uh, and we're coming toward the end of November, 22nd of November in the year 2025. And the Earth is still spinning, or if you subscribe to the flat Earth idea, I don't know, is the Earth spinning? Maybe not. Yeah. Okay, let's see, before I forget, Rasodani, thank you for that message. I will get back to you on that. Uddhava Prabhu in Amsterdam helped me figure out what is the problem. We didn't exactly, well, maybe we solved the problem, but I still have to see. But at least we understand the problem, which is a big step in the right direction. I'm just talking about a computer technical thing. Okay. Om Agyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Sva Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapara Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tang Sanjeevam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitangscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Once more. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you want some more light there, you can switch on from there. I see you're note-taking, so maybe you want more light. No? It's available. Okay. And now, from Sri Gauranga Lila Smarana Mangala Stotram of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Vishvambara Prabhu Haridvija Gaurachandra Nimbeshanama Nichaya Kramato Babuva Yasyarya Kanda Muhuto No Mukuto Pamagoda Rastre Gorang Smarami Satatam Kalipavanam Tam. I constantly remember Gauranga, purifier of Kali Yuga, Kali Pavanam, who became known by names like Vishvambara, Prabhu, Hari, Dvija, Gaurachandra, Nimai, and Isha. In the province of Goda, which was like the crown of Bharatavarsha. Yasyarya Arya Kanda Mukuta Upama Goda Rashtre. Okay. Bharatavarsha is here called Arya Kanda. Maybe one more verse, why not? Let's see, what's the meter? Angi kurvan nicha sukhakarim radhika bhava kantim mishrabase sulalita vapur gauravarno hariryaha palli strinang sukamavidadat kelayam asabalye Vandeham tang kanakavapusham prankane ringamanam. Ringamanam. I offer respects to the Lord with golden body, who, with golden complexion and graceful body, accepted the complexion and mood of Radha, Radhika Bhava Kanti, to give joy to himself, gave joy to the village women by his childhood play, Sukham Abhidadat Kelayam Asa Balye, crawling in the yard of Jagannath Mishra's house. Mishra-vase Sulalita Vapur Gauravarno Harir Yaha. So this is all glories to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, about whom we can continue to hear in the form of Chaitanya Mangala. And for this purpose, You got the copy I sent you? And, uh-huh. Okay. So sharing screen. Mhm. It's here somewhere. That must be it. Yeah, okay. Okay, we are continuing to hear about the auspicious appearance of Sri Chaitanya, who will not be called Sri Chaitanya for another 24 years. We read that Mother Sachi is now 10 months pregnant. Dashamasa Purna Garbha Hoila Dishe Dishe Upna Bhasare Devi Moner Harishe. Wherever she went, her heart was full of bliss. She forgot herself in bliss. And we were reading the devas were offering prayers. And I think we read this verse 48. Shubhadin Shubhakrane, yes, Purnamira Tate Titi, Palguner Shubhanishi Himakara Duty. During the month of Palguna, on an auspicious day, on an auspicious Titi, on an auspicious full moon night, at an auspicious moment, the cooling moon rose. Himakara duty. So you might wonder what's the difference between a day and a titi. Well, I would say a day is according to the sun, sunrise, sunset, and a titi is according to moon, moonrise and moonset. So this is the, you can say, astronomical and astrological situation, kind of echoing what we read in the 10th canto Bhagavatam about the appearance of Lord Krishna. It describes that Krishna appeared during the time of the star Rohini, and so on, and gives several verses describing the favorable natural conditions that were there. Okay, Rahu Chandra Gorashaye Adbhutab Ile Uttila Chodikabari Hari Hari Mole. Then, with surprising power, Rahu suddenly devoured the moon. At that moment, a great cry of Hari Hari rose in the four directions. So, Rahu Chandra Garasaye. Garasaye would be a kind of stretched out grasaye. Grasa, I think, means, to swallow or something like that. And adbhuta, of course, means wonderful, and here translated as surprising. Vele would be power. So in great power, Rahu swallowed the moon. Uttila chodik bhari hari hari bole. Then arose Uttila cho dike. So dik is direction, and cho is four. So four directions, which is a sort of common way of saying everywhere, in all directions. Body is filled. I think it's short for bariya. Hari Hari Bole. So the bolana, the chanting of the name Hari, Hari, Hari. So everyone is chanting Hari, Hari. And of course, they're doing this to counteract the effect of Rahu. But we understand it's also a trick of Mahaprabhu to get everyone to chant. And in this way, to signal what his mission is going to be, which is, of course, going to be to spread the chanting of the Lord's names, including Hari. Okay, Chaudike Barila Aro Divya Charuganda Parasanna Dashadika Vayu Mondo Mondo. A sweet, divine fragrance filled, shouldn't be with four directions, filled the four directions. Then 10 directions became clear and blissful. A gentle, gentle breeze blew. So again, Chaudika, four directions. Barila, so this is the past tense. In the previous verse, we had Bari, and I think it's a short form of Bariya, but maybe not. In any case, filling. And here, Barila, filled. Ara, also, or more. Divya Charuganda, a transcendental, artful fragrance. Charu, I think, means something like artful. And then parasanna would be a stretched out prasanna, which is, we know from Bhagavad Gita, Brahmabhuta prasannatma nasochati nakanchati sama sarveshu uteshu mad bhaktim labhate param. Good. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse number 54. Huh? You're not there yet. You have an excuse. We have some Bhakti Shastri students here, and they're in the 11th chapter of the Gita. So they have good excuse to not know about this verse. Yeah. So parasanna is from prasanna. So Brahmabhuta prasanna atma. One who attains Brahmabhuta, the stage of Brahman, prasanna atma, is satisfied, is illuminated, is clear. Prasanna dashadika, dasha. Now it's 10 directions. Vayu manda manda. Manda here is translated as slow, as gentle. It generally means slow, but a slow breeze is also a gentle breeze, so that's nice. Okay, then verse 51, Shada Ritu Udoya Bhai Gela She Kale Prabhu Shubha Janma Pritivite Hano Bele. Then the 6 seasons, Shad Ritu, appeared simultaneously. Udoy is arising. Bhai, O brother, Gela She Kale. So She means this, with the Shei means this very. So at this same time, Kale, in this time, and Gela is the past tense of to be, so was or happened. Prabhu Shubha Janma Pritivite Hano Bele. At that auspicious moment, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Prabhu, was born on the earth. Shubha Janma. Okay, he puts auspicious with moment. Shubha Janma, okay, I would say auspicious birth, the auspicious birth of Prabhu, Prabhu's auspicious birth, Pritivite, on the earth, Hano Bele, and this Bele, I'm not sure what this is. Hano is such, so Janma Bele, Hano Bele. We had Vele before, so maybe that's the same. But there it meant strong or forceful. Power, with power. Yeah, possibly he appeared with such power. Something like that. Antarikshe Devagona Dibbo. So Divya in Sanskrit, Dibbo in Bengali. Dibbo Jane Chahe Gora Anga Dakibare Anurage Dhaye. There's a misspelling. It should say yearning, not yearing. Yearning to see Lord Gora's form. The demigods flew their airplanes through outer space. So antarikshe, outer space. Devagana, all the devas. Divyayane, in their transcendental airplanes. Chahe, desiring, I guess. Gora Anga Dekibare, wanting to see the body of Gora, the limbs of Gora, Dekibare, for seeing. Anurage Daye. Anurage, with an ongoing attraction, and Daye, carrying, I don't know. Ekkamatra Shunidani Hari Bola Janma Matra Prakota Korila Prabhu Mora. At that time, Hari Hari was the only sound anyone heard. So they didn't hear jackals. They didn't hear any crazy loud music, electronic music. They didn't hear the Muslim mosque Adhan, as it's called. All they heard was Hari Hari. So Ekmatra, only one. Matra means only, generally something like that. Eka, only one. Shuni could be heard. And Dvani, of course, means vibration. The vibration Hari Hari, Bola. Janma Matra Prakata Korila Prabhumor. In this way, my Lord took birth. So, Matra, yeah, I mean, it means only, but I think here it means something like exclusively. Just this very birth, prakata, this manifestation, prakat lila, manifest lila, korila Prabhu more. More is mine, my master Prabhu. Korila did the manifestation, the appearance, prakata, of his birth. And 54, Shachir Angane, that should have an A after it. Shachir Angane Maha Vaikunta Sampada Anande Vibhor Devi Bole Gadgara. At the time, the glory of Vaikunta entered Shachi's courtyard. Overcome with bliss, Shachi called out in a voice choked with emotion. So, Sachir Angane. Angana is courtyard. Angane, in the courtyard of Sachi, Sachir. Mahavaikuntha Sampada. The Sampada here is translated as glory. Can mean something like opulence or Daivi Sampad Vimokshaya Nibandhaya Sur Nibandhaya Asuri Mata. The possessions, I think. Overcome with bliss, Anande Vibhor. Shachi called out in a voice choked with emotion, Devi Bole. Gadgara. Gadgara is an interesting word. It's a kind of onomatopoeic word. Onomatopoeic, which is a word which sounds like what it means. And so here, gadgara, you can imagine somebody choking up. Gadgara. Gadgara. 55, Jagannatha Panditere Dake Hatosane Janama Shapaladeka Putrer Bayane. To Jagannath Mishra, who was near at hand, she called. Now our births have borne their fruit. Look at your son's face. Okay, Jagannath Panditere. Dake, so calling. Hatosane, I guess means close at hand. Hatosane. Janama sapaldeka putrer vayane. So this is Sachimata speaking, and she's calling with a voice choked with emotion. And she says, now our births have borne their fruit. Sapala, Janama sapala. And then she says, Deko, look at our son's face. Vayane is in the face, I think, in the face of our son. Puranari Ganna Joy Joy De Shuke Anande Vibur Shovedakiya Baloke. So the village ladies happily called out Jaya Jaya. Seeing the newborn infant, everyone was overcome with bliss. Okay, Pura is village. Narigana is the women folk, you could say. Jai Jai De Shuke. Deyi, I think, is they gave. So they were giving out happily, Suke, Jai Jai, expression of victory, victory. Anande Vibhur, overwhelmed with Ananda, Shobe Dakiya Balake. Having seen Dakiya, or seeing the Balaka, the child, all of them were overwhelmed with bliss. Anandevi Bahur. Veda Deva Naga Kanya Shobai Aila Dakiya Goranga Joya Joya Dani Koila. The demigods, Vedas, and Naga girls all came. Naga girls, wow. Seeing Lord Gauranga, they all called out Jaya Jaya. So Veda, so personified Vedas, presumably, and Devas, and Naga Kanya, the girl Nagas. Nagas they're snakes, but they're not ordinary snakes, as I understand. They're special kind of divine snakes. And they seem to be very powerful. And in the Mahabharata, they speak to each other. Shobai Aila. Aila means they came, and Shobai means all of them. Dakiya, having seen Gauranga, Jai Jai Dwani Koila. They made the vibration, the sound, Jaya Jaya. Koila, they made. Gora Gorima Gandhe Barila Pramanda Pratyange Rasarashi Amiya Okanda. Lord Gora's fragrance filled the worlds. Every part of his body was like infinite and immeasurable nectar. So Gora Garima Gandhe. Gandha means fragrance, Garima Karma. This I don't know for sure. Barila filled. What did it fill? Brahmanda, the Brahma egg, the universe. Prati ange, ange is limbs or in limbs, in every limb. Rasa rashi, Rosha rashi, actually. Amiyaha akanda. So akanda is, I guess, unlimited. Rashi is like a big collection. A lot of something, so a lot of rasa, and every part of his body was like infinite measurement. And I don't know about amiya here. Maybe that's the comparison. Amiya. Portyangera Sarashi Amiya Akanda. Like infinite and immeasurable nectar. Okay, 59. Dakite, dakite, shobar, judailo, noyana. Shobar, mane, hoila, braja, nagarir, prana. Gazing and gazing at him, every eye felt cooling bliss. In every heart arose the thought, this boy must be Lord Krishna, the very life of Raja's girls. Dakite, dakite, seeing, seeing, or gazing, gazing. Shobar, everyone's Judaila Nayan. So the eyes, Judaila, were cooled, I guess. And they were chilled out. Shobar mone hoila brad hoila. Every mind or heart, mone, in every mind or heart, there was hoila, braj nagarya pran. Okay, prana means life, the life of the girls, nagari, of Braja. So, yeah, literally in everyone's mind there was, and then it's kind of implied, there was this thought, there was this feeling. This boy must be Lord Krishna, the very life of Braja's girls. E hano balak kabunahi dakishuni, I hare dakiya pran ki kore na jani. Never have I seen or heard of such a boy. What happens to my heart when I gaze at him? So balak is boy. Ehenno balak. This such a boy. Kabu nahi dakishuni. Kabu nahi is not at all, not in any way. Dakishuni, have I seen or heard? I hare dakiya pran ki kore nachani. It's translated, what happens to my heart when I gaze at him? So dakiya, gazing or having gazed at him, having seen. Prana here, I think he's taking as heart. So, but more like life. Najani, I don't know ki kore, what to do. What my life will do. Yeah, something like that. Ki kore, what to do. Najani. And ihare, I don't know, in this situation maybe. Iha in Sanskrit means here, or in the present situation, or in this life. 61, Manusher Anodina Na Dekiye Kichu Dibba Bilasini Kohe Janiba Iha Pachu. Never have I seen any person like him. A beautiful demigoddess said, later we will know the truth of this boy. So, Manusher, of humans, Heno, Heno Din Nadekie Kichu. I have not seen at all such a human. But what is Dina here? Dina, Dina, Din. Dina is, I think it's long I, but I'm not sure. When it's lowly and wretched, that wouldn't fit here. Din, meaning day. I don't know. Dibyo vilasini kahe janiba iha pachu. So pachu means later. And janiba is future tense, will know. So we will know later iha about this. Divya vilasini kahe. So one of the goddesses said like this, a transcendental vilasini said, Jagannatha Vibhor Dakiya Putra Mukha Brahmanda Nadare Tara Antara Kautuka. Overcome, Jagannath Mishra gazed at his son's face. The universe had no power to contain the bliss he felt in his heart. So we get this now the third time, this word vibhor, overwhelmed. Jagannath was overwhelmed, Dakiya, seeing the face of his son, Putramukha, Brahmanda na dare tar antara kotuka. So the Brahmanda, the universe, na dare, cannot carry. Tara, his antar kotuka, his inner, bliss is translated here, kotuka. Kotuka. What's the Sanskrit of kotuka? One moment, we will see. If we can find it. Kotuka. Kotuka. Curiosity, interest in anything, vehement desire for, eagerness, impatience. So maybe here it would be eagerness. So his inner eagerness cannot be contained in the universe. Koto chanda udoy dakiya mukakani prapula kamaladala bhayana bakani. How many rising moons do I see in his face? I see his face is like the petal of a blooming lotus. So koto is the question word. How many? Koto chanda udoy. How many moons rising? And dakiya, seeing mukakani. Now this suffix kani, as I remember, it indicates something small and delicate, something like that. So something like mukakani, little face maybe, or sweet face. Prapul kamaladala bayan bakani. So prapul means blooming. Kamala dala. Dala is a petal. Kamala is one of many words for lotus. And Boyan Bakani, this I don't know. Petal of a blooming lotus. I say, oh, Boyan Bakani. No, Sorry, can't figure that out. Vyana, Bayana, Vyana. Unnata. Okay, last one for today. Unnata nasika tila kusuma jiniya jalamala gora anga kirana amiya. His raised nose is like a sesame flower, I think. His fair limbs are like a flood of nectar light. So unnata means raised. Nasika is the nose. And tila kusuma, kusuma is flower, tila is sesame. And jiniya would be having thought or thinking. Jiniya. Jalamala is from jvala, so radiating. Jalamala Gora Anga Kirana. Gora is golden, Anga limbs, Kirana. Kirana means like rays of light. And there's that word amiya again. Yeah, it's again comparing. It must be the comparison word. Amiya. So there we are. That's the devotees are admiring this little baby. I guess it's not uncommon. Parents are always thrilled by their newborn babies, isn't it? Generally. But no. Must be. Okay, now, shall we try to sing this? I have to again do some moving operation. Then I have to stop share and then I think I'll have to start share again. Okay. Hare Krishna, share again. And okay, there we go. So we have a whole backup band here today. Shubhadina Shubhakhane Purnamirati Falgunera Shubhanishi Nakarati Shubhadina Shubhakhane Purnamirati Falgunera Rahu Chandra Garashaye Adhuta Bele Utila Chodita Bari Hari Hari Bole Sanga Ara Divya Charuganda Parasanna Rasadika Vayumanda Manda Sadaritu Uday Vai Gela Sekale Prabhu Shubhajanma Pritidite Henavile Antariksha Devagana Divyajane Chahe Gora Anga Gati Bahare Anuraghidaye Ekmatra Sunitani Hari Hari Bola Janma Mantra Janma Matra Prakata Chalila Prabhu Mora Satsira Angane Maha Vaikuntha Samhara Anandevi Bodevi Bolega Dada Jagannatha Anditere Dake Hatasane Janana Sapaladeka Putra Vayane Puranari Gana Jaya Jaya Desukhe Anande Nibor Shahare Dakhiya Bhanake Veda Deva Naga Kanya Shobhai Aila Dakhiya Goranga Jaya Jaya Gami Koila Gora Gorima Gande Varida Brahmanda Pratyange Rasa Rasi Amiya Akhanda Dakite Shama Judaida Mayane Shavaram Mane Hoila Rajanagri Prana Dakite Shama Judaida Shavar Mane Hoila Rajanagri balaka kabu nahi dekishoni ihare dekiya prana hikore na jani. Manushe henodin nadakiye kichu devya vilasini kahe janiva yiva pachu. Devya vilasini kahe janiva Jagannatha Vibhor Yakiya Putra Mukta Brahmandanad Hare Tara Antara Kotuka. Kota Chanda Uday Dakiya Mukrakani Prafula Kamala Dana Bayana Bhavani. Unnata Nasika Tilakusoma Chiniya Jalamala Gora Anga Kirana Amiya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hare Hare Krishna. So, Lochandas Thakur ki jai. Okay, welcome again to all of you who have joined later and those of you who have joined before as well. Why not? I think a couple of weeks ago, I introduced this book ever so briefly, Calcutta, City of Divine Grace, by Rajashekar Das Brahmachari, the late Rajashekar, I believe. He is no longer with us. And of course, his focus in this book, it's about Calcutta, but it's about the Calcutta or Kolkata of our Srila Prabhupada, since he was born there and he grew up there. His early years were there. And there's some nice photos from the early times. And let's see, one of the photos is of a place called Marble Palace, built in 1865 by Rajendra Mullik. Okay, so this is the Marble Palace. And one thing that's interesting about it is that this was built by a local Indian, by a Bengali. It looks very European. But this was a wealthy Mullik, and the Mullik family, Srila Prabhupada is somewhat related to this Mullik family. So it tells a bit of history about this family and about this Rajendra Mullik. I won't go into those details, but the point for us is maybe more interesting, that he, as a wealthy businessman, he dealt in, what was it? I think gold and salt. So he was making a fortune and probably had also a lot of land. But he would sponsor every year in Calcutta a Ratha Yatra, a Jagannath Ratha Yatra, with 3 carts, not 1, not 2, but 3 carts, Jagannath, Subhadra, Bala. So apparently it was quite a thing. And it seems that this idea that our Prabhupada, as a child, when he was known as Abhay Charan, may have gotten his idea to have Ratha Yatra from that. And so Rajashekar Prabhu explains here, Abhay wanted to have his own cart and to perform his own Ratha Yatra. Abhay's father arranged a small 3-foot-high Rath cart. Actually, as I remember, it was a neighbor, and initially his father was saying, no, it's not possible. But then the neighbors saw little Abhay crying. Why is he crying? Oh, he wants Rat. Oh, I have a Rat. So from his children. And Abhay engaged his playmates in helping him, especially his younger sister, Bhavatarini. And on the next page, it explains that he was very close with his sister. they would worship the deities of Radha and Krishna that Prabhupada got as a child. They would worship together. And this Bhavatarini, she was known to the Prabhupada's disciples as Pishima, Pishima, auntie. Mhm. Responding to his entreaties, his mother, Rajini, and other women in the neighborhood cooked special preparations, including chivra, so that Abhay could distribute the prasad at his Ratha Yatra festival. His family members and the neighborhood children joined in the procession, pulling the carts along the road and chanting Hare Krishna. The procession began from the Radha Govinda temple and proceeded along Harrison Road for a short distance past Abhai's house and then returned to the temple. So this temple, Radha Govinda, is still there. You can visit it. The first time I visited, so many years ago, I went in there, I think I was by myself. And I had a camera with me, and the priest, pujari, caretaker, he saw the camera and he was very concerned about that. No photos, no photos. It was really fierce about it. The last time I visited this temple was not so long ago. When was it? With a few devotees we went. When we had the retreat here. When was that? It's 2 years ago. Hmm?
Oh, this year.
This last, yeah. Then we did a little tour in Calcutta, didn't we? Memories are blurred. Anyway, we went to the temple and it was, no one was there to harass us. It was quite pleasant. And this last time, have you been? I haven't been to Radha Govinda. I was especially amazed this time because I noticed this time that, of course, Krishna is standing in Tribhanga form, but also Radha is standing in Tribhanga form with the feet in the same position as Krishna. And you could see the feet. It wasn't, we make a big, we're very concerned the feet should be covered. They were not so concerned. It was nice. Can probably find photos on the internet. Now, we have a little quote from Prabhupada telling about this. Prabhupada said, that Gopeshwar Mullik was my father's friend, so he was criticizing my father that, quote, you are performing Ratha Yatra ceremony and you are not inviting us. So my father said, that is children's play. What shall I invite you? You are very big men. And this Mr. Mullock says, oh, so you are avoiding. In the name of children, you are avoiding us. On the whole, Prabhupada continues, on the whole, this Ratha Yatra festival was very gorgeous, very gorgeously, ... Then, imitating me, the other, my brother, like Kangalu, question mark, he also introduced Ratha Yatra and ... Kangalu. then some Bengali, which is not transcribed. So all of them introduced Ratha Yatra, and the destination was this Thakurbari. Thakurbari means a house for Thakurs, for gods. So a temple, Thakurbari, from there. So practically what I am doing now, the same thing. Radha Krishna worship and introduction of Ratha Yatra. I am not doing anything else. You know very well, we are now performing Ratha Yatra ceremony practically in all big cities of the world. So Prabhupada connected his childhood experience of Ratha Yatra with the Ratha Yatras of his mission when ISKCON started taking off, and first in San Francisco and then, New York, and then so many places Ratha Yatra took place and still takes place. Have they ever had Ratha Yatra in Helsinki? Yeah? And I forget where you are from. Oh, Vienna. Vienna, they have Ratha Yatra. Yeah. And, Trier. Yeah. I was there last time in Trier, I think. Okay, Ratha Yatra ki jai. Calcutta ki jai. All right, what's the news? Any news? Anyone have any news? Any birthdays? No birthdays. Everyone was no November birthdays. Okay. All right. What should we talk about today? I haven't, I must admit, any big plans, and I'm open to suggestions. I can see you're all very excited because you're finishing up writing about something from the fourth canto of Bhagavatam, right? That's why you all have this glow in your faces from writing. Rasadari Hari says there are 25 texts so far. Well, yeah, the clock is ticking. Anyway, I will not belabor the point. Perhaps all of you are on your way with that. Okay.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj.
Yes.
Mangala Chandrika here.
Yes.
Obeisances. I wanted to actually share something with you that I've been delving into last few weeks, and I thought maybe I could get your input on what you think about it. As you know, I'm studying this drama triangle and empowerment dynamic. It's very interesting, actually. I think it's very applicable to devotee world, and how, by focusing on a positive outcome rather than seeing things that are problems and so on, and getting involved with being a victim and so on. But one interesting thing that I came across recently while studying that was that a group of scientists which are involved with what I'm studying as well have formed an institute, Heart Math Institute, they called it in the 90s. And what they've done is they researched how stress influences the wellness of people in general, and how by connecting to the heart and activating heart intelligence, um, one can actually influence also the mind and also emotions, how one will respond in certain situation. So they have made different research and they tested how people's hearts react when they actually connect to the heart and calm down in a stressful situation. And they realized how that gives them ability to actually respond consciously to a situation rather than just react, which is what most people do when there's something triggering and stressful. Usually a person just reacts and not actually does it consciously. So what they realized is that just by touching the heart and breathing simply in the heart space and focusing on that space, one can actually reach a heart coherence, they call it. So they measured a graph of heart rate before in the stressful situation, and it was like really very messy. And then once a person connected to the heart, the rate variability was really like very fluent. And in that state, they measured how the brain responds also. And they saw that the heart actually sends signals in that state to the mind, to the brain. And in that way, actually, the brain is much more clear, and the person can think much clearer and also emotionally respond. So in the end, they call this heart coherence, meaning the connection between the heart and the brain, and also emotional response, because the heart sends signals to thalamus, but also amygdala, which is responsible for this emotional response. So the interesting part is that they believe that actually one can connect to the heart, and in that state reach a deeper intelligence, a deeper wisdom than otherwise possible. So they have a whole movement, and they actually even introduced some devices which can measure this heart variability so that people can actually consciously get in touch with that space in the heart. So it's all done very scientifically, you know. And I was thinking how fortunate we are in one sense, because we also see that behind that is also we're as a soul also connected to the Paramatma in Krishna in the heart. So we're getting also higher guidance. But yeah, it's just interesting that it seems that they are connecting to this higher guidance, but at the same time not really seeing there as Paramatma guiding, the person. So anyhow, just wanted to share that. And they made like a 1 minute exercise with which people can connect to the heart, and from there act consciously and see different responses that they would otherwise have in stressful situations. So yeah.
So what's the 1 minute exercise?
If you want, we can do it together. I can explain it. And if somebody wants to do it, it's literally just connecting to the breath and breathing very consciously, a little bit more, deeper, counting to 4. And then after observing the breath, just imagining as if we're breathing with the heart. So with the heart space. So they understand that there is an energetic point, like a chakra. And so after seeing breath through the heart, one recalls either a person or a situation towards which one has a lot of appreciation. So literally, one can feel the heart expanding. And in that space, already we've, come to this heart coherence. And of course, for us, knowing that this is connection with the heart and being more centered and hopefully connected to higher guidance.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. So I just
One thing that reminds me of is talking about neuroscience, which generally is, in the end, neuroscience kind of boils down to a materialistic understanding of what is consciousness. But in any case, it's interesting, I think, that some such neuroscience person made the argument that we don't have one brain, we have five brains. And that four of them are in the skull and one of them is in the heart. There's a brain in the heart. This scientist was making the point that that last one, the brain of the heart, starts to develop properly when one is around 14 or 15 years old. And that this is a very critical time, therefore, for a person of that age to have, I don't know if they use this term, but we would use it, spiritual guidance. It's a time when one generally latches on to, heroes of one type or another, whether it's musicians or, yeah. And so, but the thing is to have the right sort of persons to look to for inspiration, especially at that age. I say it's very critical. Anyway, it's interesting that there's a brain in the heart. What do they say about octopuses? They have brains in every leg.
I don't know. I mean, hopefully they believe that animals actually have, some higher awareness.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to hear. Actually, they do. They have one part of the research was I read in a book when they measured the same heart variability and coherence, in an owner of a dog, and then they first brought the dog and the owner in the same room, and their heart coherence was the same. Like they were like, how do you call it? Yeah, identical. And
Synchronic.
nice. Yes, exactly. And then they separated them, and the stress was, of course, seen, but still they were like connected somehow or other. So the point was that they made that people can actually influence each other. And when somebody has a relationship, they can actually synchronize their own, the heart space, and then therefore they can have some intuitive exchange or things like that. But they prove it scientifically. That's the point.
Uh-huh.
That's
Okay.
yeah, interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, thank you.
Gopi Krishna, happy birthday, 12 days ago. Are you busy translating? I don't know. Maybe maybe not.
Yeah, she's translating.
She's translating, okay. We won't bother. Good. Chitra Vilasini, what's the news?
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, Hare Krishna devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, it's just wanted to say something about what Mangala Chandrika had said. Maybe I'll have to chat to her afterwards also. Yeah, the heartfulness, I come across it because I've been doing the sound healing training for about a year now, and this is the way that the training encourages to start any session, exactly that heart math method. And yeah, I've found it is really powerful. It kind of does focus a little bit on if you imagine the intention is going to happen, it will happen. Which, okay, I don't know entirely about that because that's might be a little bit of manifestation, and it depends on people's karma, what they're going to. They may not get what they want. So, but it's quite interesting. I found it when it's combined with using the different instruments, it's really powerful to lift off layers of stuff which people hold. And it actually made me appreciate it does. I found it comes from a Buddhist, when I've come across people, it tends to come from a Buddhist perspective. So in the sound here, and the ten Krishna isn't really, maybe Lord Shiva will be mentioned, but Krishna is not really mentioned. But it does lead people to talk about kirtan, and then they start to go and see kirtaniers like Radhika Prabhu. So it kind of leads along on an interesting pathway to get to Krishna consciousness. But yeah, I've been thinking of ways that, because I'm nearly finished the studies, how it can be used to help devotees. I mean, ultimately, there's kirtan chanting Krishna's names, but not everybody's ready to just go there. There might be a bit
Jump
reluctant.
in.
Yeah, so it's quite an interesting pathway. But yeah, it was just interesting that it came up because it's exactly what I'm doing at the moment, or
Mhm.
trying to utilize. So yeah, it's been useful because it I found when I was it made me appreciate the holy name even more.
Uh-huh.
Just thinking about these other
That's
vibrations.
always good.
Yeah, these other vibrations going out from the heart and the other instruments, it makes you think, okay, vibrations really, even thinking on in mundane ways, it makes you think about it, and they think, oh, I've got this absolute vibration that I can connect to. How fortunate. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's been a good pathway to the holy name.
Hmm.
So just
Very good. Very good.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. I might mention she's not here now because she's in uh, San Diego. It's a bit early in the morning there. But Hemangi Gopi sent me a note. Her doctoral dissertation was selected as the best of a number, and so it received cum laude. So that's quite something. She wants to get it published now. Don't ask me the title of her dissertation. It's something very long and complicated. But it's generally about peace studies. And she was referring to Gaudiya Vaishnavism in her study. I think you can hear now what we're getting. Speaking of vibration, sound vibration, we get this 5 times a day. And I looked it up. The standard word for this Muslim call to prayer is adhan, but I don't know how they pronounce it, and I don't know if they say like that in Bengal. It might be something else.
Yeah, that's how I call it there here, Adhan.
Adhan.
Yes,
Down here means where?
in Dubai.
Oh, in Dubai, yes. Okay.
We have it 5 times a day. Just we are living in
Yeah.
the mosque, so we have it every morning, every time.
Here I've been noticing the timing is a bit odd. It's around 4:30 in the morning is the first time, but then the next time is not until 1 in the afternoon. And then the next one is around 3:30, and then 5 o'clock, and now it's 7 o'clock. So you'd think they would divide them equally or something, but no.
Then they have like a 6 times Fajr,
6 times.
Sunrise, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, and Isha. They have 5 of them, yeah, 6 of them actually. It's five.
Oh,
It changes every day. So today is 5:18, 6:41, 12:05 noon, 3:09 p.m., 5:29 p.m., and 6:59 p.m. So it changes every
wow.
day. It shifts with the sunrise and sunset every day.
You're expert.
No, I'm just having a Adam clock here because I need for our clients. So we have a
What do you have? An app that tells you when it's
yes,
going to
correct, yeah.
be?
And it's very funny, like when we are on site, construction site on summer, so immediately alarm clocks from different mobile phones start, co- call
Oh,
for prayer. They have like a ringtone with a
yeah, yeah.
call for prayer. So it's very interesting kind of experience. They're very, I mean, spiritual, very punctual, and they're rushing to the mosque, all of them momentarily, and
Do they stop and
everything.
offer prayer?
Absolutely. The public bus stops, the driver comes out, bring the small carpet in front of the bus on the
Really?
station, and he has his prayer while all passengers are waiting in a public bus.
That's so far out. That's amazing. I mean, yeah, that's some sort of devotion, isn't it?
Yeah, right now it's call for prayer. Right now, yeah, I can hear it here.
Uh-huh. Here it's just
No, it's 5:29.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, people are very, I mean, dedicated. However, they're practicing, they're pretty dedicated. And it's very inspiring in terms of like, I mean, you want to, how to say, you want to practice too, like our own, you know.
We should stop 5 times a day and chant Hare Krishna.
Yes. And the interesting thing is, if I ask that here, my boss, they will say, "Yeah, sure, no problem. You can go and pray." Like no one is asking what you're praying. You're praying, but you have we have a legal right to pray here in the country anytime.
That's that's very nice.
It's not necessarily Islam prayers. It's any prayer.
Right.
It's a prayer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. If that would just be the case in China, that would be something. Okay. Yeah, speaking of Muslims, yesterday I was having a little walk here in Gora village in the early morning and greeted one of the gardeners. Actually, it surprised me the gardener was there because Friday, I thought, everybody is off. It's the Muslim Sunday, so to say. But this gardener was there. I don't know, maybe he's not Muslim, but I greeted him and he greeted, Balo, Balo. And then a few minutes later, he came up to me and he started speaking something. He seemed to assume that I understood everything he was saying. So I just nodded, huh, huh. And that seemed to satisfy him. No, it was something he actually wanted me to know something about our cleaning lady here. Something I don't know if it was something to tell her or what was the concern. But it made me feel I should be working on my Bangla Bhasha. Okay. Oh, Johannes, what's the news?
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, blessings to everyone. I just wanted to share, it came to mind now about the Islamic prayer 5 times a day. We read when I was in university studying Islam that the story behind that, how that came to be, is that Mohammed went to heaven and spoke to God, and God said that humans should worship him. I think it was 100 times a day. And then
Oh,
Mohammed said, "No, that's too much. They won't be
not
able to do that."
practical.
And then they sort of brokered back and forth until five became the standard. And it just reminded me of sort of how we got to the 16 round standard in
16
Islam.
rounds.
That is also a sort of compromise between the ideal and what is manageable. So it's just an interesting parallel.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, 100 times a day. Okay. Uh, oh, that would keep everyone busy, wouldn't it? That would be like every 10 minutes, I suppose. Wouldn't get much of anything else done. Okay, what else is new in Oslo?
Um, Nothing much. We're trying to get a sort of kirtan event off the ground every month or so. Me and our temple president and a few others were in London a few months ago and went to this place called Studio 108, which is
Mm,
a kirtan lounge place that they recently started. And a lot of people have joined the movement through that. It's a very effective preaching strategy. Sort
mm,
of, yeah, we spoke about kirtan here earlier. It's a very good way to get people into the practice without scaring them away. It's very like Western cultural style. It's not very preachy at all. It's a very modern way to spread the holy name. So
hmm.
we're thinking how to organize something similar in Oslo to get like, because now we just have the Sunday program and stuff in the temple, and it's a bit of a threshold for a lot of people to come there when they're new.
Yeah,
So that's the focus now is to try to get a different scene going where we can offer, kirtan and that practice, and then hopefully have that as a way in for people who are not so comfortable maybe coming to that temple and having the full experience.
yeah, because if you go to a temple, they might not let you leave.
That's the fair, I guess.
Now, it's interesting the sort of shift in the dynamics. When Srila Prabhupada first came to New York, he wanted to establish a temple. That was a major priority. He was trying to get people in India to send him funds so that he could purchase some property. It wasn't working because he couldn't send money out of India. And in any case, they weren't very enthusiastic. But he was always thinking, we need to have a temple. And then, of course, they got this little storefront, which is a very humble place. But then the big sort of step forward with temple establishment was the Los Angeles temple with 3 altars. That was Prabhupada liked having 3 altars and 3 pujaris simultaneously doing arti. This was the thing. And it was, much of the excitement was having this big deity worship and so on. And it seems like now in the West, temples are very big here in India. I mean, there's no problem getting people to a temple. Whether they will listen to anything that anyone says in the temple, that's another question. But they'll come to the temple. But in the West, it's like, temple. Ooh, that sounds strange.
We had a Zoom meeting with one of the Prabhus who's organizing that project in London, and he said that one of the main differences between people in the West when Prabhupada came and now is the skepticism towards joining a movement or a
Yeah.
group. That people are very individually centered, and anything that sort of reminds them of having to fall in line or follow a set process is very off-putting to a lot of people. So I guess that temple worship setting is very much that. It's that group dynamic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And therefore, this idea is very popular, spiritual, but not religious, where people associate spiritual with my individual path, and they associate religious with institution and with having to align oneself and yeah, step in line with something. That's yeah, it's a challenge. So that's good. Make a kirtan lounge. There's a book about this by a scholar who lives here in Mayapur. I haven't contacted him since I got back. Guru Sevananda Prabhu from Brazil. You know, he did his doctorate on the kirtan scene in North and South America and published the book. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, what else? Speaking of kirtan, we're going to have kirtan tomorrow evening. What are they calling it? Kirtan, Mayapur Mellows? Okay. Yeah, they've asked me to join in, so I'll do my little part. Oh, what's the chat? Okay. What else? Who else? Oh, Dakshakanya Mataji. ¿Cómo estás?
Jai Maharaj, my
Hare
obeisance.
Krishna, Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Nice to see you every Saturday and hear you. Sometimes, all the times I am out of the camera because I am busy and
You're cooking,
something.
yeah. But
Tomorrow,
now you're in your car.
yes, because I stopped for hearing you, and yes, because now I am going to the kitchen again. Tomorrow we will have Rata Yatra in Buenos Aires.
Oh,
and
okay.
please a prayer for us because it's a little difficult, some things, but maybe will be good.
Ratha Yatra, Buenos Aires ki jai. I was there for Ratha Yatra.
So many times.
No, only twice, I think.
Only twice? Yes.
Or 3 times?
Three or four, maybe.
Maybe, okay. The last one was kind of recent. And yeah, I remember it was kind of long. The procession was kind of long, as I remember. Yeah, it was nice.
Now the government are changing things because, yeah, and the ambassador changed, and some things are very different, and I don't know, but maybe will be good.
Hope for the best. Yeah, the political scene in Argentina is a little special, isn't it? Uh-huh.
And the ambassador and the new ambassador are is very different too and
Oh,
strange. I don't know.
not
Yeah.
not as friendly as the last one.
Mm. Mhm. Mhm.
I met the last ambassador. We
He
had
was amazing.
we had a friendly talk in his
Yeah.
office.
In the office with
Yes.
your book and his book.
Yes, I gave
have
him a copy of the book. Yeah.
Mhm. 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 Yes.
Yes, what to do?
Are
What
you
to do?
planning to came to Argentina the next year or what?
I am thinking about it.
Yes. Oh, yes. Thanks, Krishna.
I am thinking about it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes, maybe in the
Thank you,
later part, maybe in the later part of next year.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you. Thank you.
But I'm not committing myself. Valeria is sending up these hearts.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Okay, so what else? What else? Yeah. Well, nice to see you all, as always. Bhakti Neshala, when are you moving to Ljubljana?
Oh, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, and devotees. I moved. I moved to Ljubljana.
You won't? Changed your
Yeah,
mind?
I moved. No, I moved. I'm already here.
Oh, you moved. Ah,
Yeah, I
okay.
moved 3 days ago,
Acha.
actually. So I was a little bit, yeah, unpacking, and I'm still adjusting. I'm not fully adjusted.
No, of course, that takes time. Okay, that's nice.
It takes time. Yeah, I'm a little bit anxious about marathon, and I'm trying to control situation, but in the same time, I'm trying to release that I'm not controller. And
Yeah. Yeah, just take it step by step. And if I may mention, I see now that Saraswati is here. Do you know Saraswati, Neshala?
no, Maharaj, I haven't.
Maybe you two could connect. I think you two would like each other. What do you think, Saraswati? I'm embarrassing her. You have to unmute first.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Uh, I'm glad to see you. I have a lot of work and I'm busy with I'm finishing now my study of psychoanalytic, psychotherapy, and yes, I'm glad to meet you,
Uh-huh.
to meet the Bhakti, which is
Neshala. Neshala.
Nishala, Bhakti
Yeah.
Nishala, which
She
came in
just
Ljubljana.
arrived. She just
Yes,
came from Sarajevo.
okay. Uh, I will come. I will come in temple. Maybe. Do you live in temple?
I live in room above Govinda's restaurant, but almost that I live in temple. So.
Okay, you can find me in my Ayurvedic center in Ljubljana. The doctors could give you address and maybe also telephone number, and you could
Okay.
come.
Yes, we will.
Well,
I will text you on WhatsApp. I will
okay,
text you on WhatsApp after this
okay.
meeting.
I'm
Thank you,
glad to
Guru,
meet you.
for connecting us.
Okay, good. Hari Hari. Okay. Well, that's pretty much, I guess, about it for today. Oh, yes, you have your hand up. Is that Jagan Mangala or is that
Hare
Suvarna?
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. Wie geht es dir?
Ja, ganz okay.
Uns auch. Letzte Woche waren wir auf einem Event eingeladen, polnisch-kroatische Freundschaft in einer Villa hier bei Rijeka.
Aha.
Und die treffen sich jeden Tag, also es sind polnische Juden, denen gehört diese Villa. Und da war auch die neue Bürgermeisterin von Rijeka eingeladen.
Ah.
Ja, dann haben wir natürlich gleich eine Gelegenheit gesehen, weil wir diese Probleme haben mit der Mietwohnung, in der unser Tempel ist.
Oh.
Ja, die war aber belegt, die Bürgermeisterin, und dann habe ich meine Naturkosmetik-Päckchen zurechtgemacht mit meiner Visitenkarte. Und ja, mal sehen, was passiert. Wir werden sie wieder kontaktieren, dass sie uns da vielleicht hilft, dass wir da endlich mal Luft bekommen.
Hoffen wir das Beste. Ja. Ja, good. Okay.
Wolltest du was sagen?
Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Okay.
Ja, ich habe meinen Aufsatz geschrieben, den muss ich nur auf Englisch übersetzen, weil Rasodadihari gesagt hat, ich soll ihn in Englisch schreiben.
Oh, naja, das lässt sich passieren.
Das mache ich jetzt. Kein Problem. Gut.
Okay, Jai. Munindra.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, Munindra reminds me. Yeah, the question came up. Let's see. Let's get back here. Question came up about me. I think, yes, Anandamayi you were writing about my being in Vrindavan. Yes, I'll be in Vrindavan for some days in December. But I will be, how to say, 120% busy. So I would request to be allowed to concentrate on my service there, which will be with one group organized by the Oxford Center for Hindu Studies. And so please don't, it's not an open group. The group is specifically those who have signed up and have paid a fee, and they're being quite, the organizers are being quite definite about this, that it's not something just for people to come and go. It's kind of an experiment. We're doing what we call winter school. And yeah, it's going to keep me busy. So whoever's going to be in Vrindavan at the time, I wish you all the best. Have a great time in the Holy Dham. But don't count on me for anything. Yeah. All right. Hare Krishna. I think we can end there a couple of minutes early. Thank you all for joining us and wish you a wonderful week. Any comments from our Bhakti Shastri group here?
students from Shastri actually joined to that studio, and she's here.
Wow. So we're getting a testimony here from, I'm forgetting her name again, Ananya, from Golokadam, Germany, that from this Studio 108 Kirtan program, someone joined who is now here in Mayapur and attending Bhakti Shastri. So there you go. So Johannes, that's a further confirmation. That's the thing to do. Mangala Chandrika, who's all of this next to you? I think I see someone I recognize.
It's shy boys, very shy boys.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
They were listening with rapt attention.
Acha, okay. Madhava, what's up?
I'm good.
You're good. Okay. Keeping out of trouble.
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh, that was a facetious, cheeky answer. And who is this? Who's your friend?
Abai.
Abai.
Here. Our
Hare
name.
Krishna. Abai.
Yeah. Very long.
Abai, are you keeping Madhava out of trouble?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Very good. Where's your brother, Madhava?
He's with his friends.
He's out and about.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's out and not indoor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all about friends these days, being friends, spending time.
Mm-hmm.
But they are doing some Gurukula classes on Sundays, and yeah, that's nice, no? And Mridanga classes, so that keeps them together.
Okay, that's good.
Spirit.
Yes, we need mridanga players.
Yeah.
If we had more mridanga players in this movement, we could take over the world. It's all because we don't have mridanga players.
Yeah.
This is the whole problem. I think we should make a GBC resolution. Everyone who joins this movement must learn to play mridanga. Oh, she's making a note of that. Yeah. And speaking of neurobiology and neurology, and so I think playing mridanga is very good for the brain and the heart. You agree? Yes. Okay, on that happy note, thank you all for joining. Have a great week. Chant, be happy, stay safe, stay sane. Be a well-wisher of everyone, and read and write. If you haven't written fourth canto, you know what to do this week. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Gaur Premanande. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Maharaj.
Good
Thank you.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you very much.